The more time you have, the easier to time the rotation we've been working on. As the ball gets faster, the timing gets a little harder. And so as Ian's serving these type of balls, it's much easier because they're like maybe a high level ground stroke, maybe a little faster than that. It's easier to go and find that timing. As the ball gets faster, what you'll notice is that there's not a ton of movement. There is some movement and there's a gentle brush, but there is not this sweeping kind of like the verticality isn't as big. It starts to narrow because of the speed.
Yeah, see the racket head's not dropping anywhere near as much below the ball.
And here's the other thing. As the speed increases, you're not going to have the chance when you have something at a high velocity to time that upward action compared to a ground stroke where the ball's coming a little slower, allowing you. So there still is that, but it's not to the same degree.
But this still needs to happen.
Yes, to some degree, but not as everything. The tube will probably be will shrink a little bit because of how fast it is. Not necessarily on these, but as let's say you're returning somebody who has a really big serve, you're not going to have the time and the timing. It's very difficult to take a ball really fast and go. You're taking, my analogy is like a bullet and trying to
brush it.
Yeah. It's a little hard, but you want to deflect, yes, but the idea of this big brush isn't going to be the same unless the ball slows down. Maybe a second serve, you're going to have more time because the second serve is going to resemble more of a ground stroke thing. I think what we were talking about a little bit is just making sure that when you engage, this is good, engaging this leg, but getting this leg to really push more. Like when I look at that, it's almost like a step. Step that outside leg, push yourself forward after you step on the outside leg. Yes. What do you think about the last one?
Yeah, that when you whispered to push forward,
yeah,
it makes it far easier.
Yeah.
You've already got your energy.
Exactly.
Rebounding whatever's there.
What's there. The other thing I think which is important is to realize because you're pushing now, you actually don't have to do a lot with the swing.
Yeah.
This is the last. Yeah. You can really tell how engaged your legs are. And you caught that one really good. Now, as far as like the last couple, pretty aggressive. As you increase your legs, the feel of thinness, you might want to increase because you saw the difference of now you're adding so much. Yeah, it's like, whoa.
All of a sudden it's driving.
Yeah, exactly.
So more margin, more thin, more margin.
Yeah. So still have your legs do what they do. It's kind of like the scale. Okay, if I've increased my legs and increased my swing, look what happens to the ball. So I still want to have the nice, the momentum of my legs, but I don't want to have the ball just going super flat. So this is where you would use your legs, verticality, and thin, I don't want to go super thin, but go thinner and see if we can get a little shape so it's a little safer. Excellent, Sean. Yeah, that's a much sharper angle than you had before. And it's also,
that one. Yeah, that's got that ever so slight openness.
Yeah. The other thing is notice how the engagement of your legs. You're still engaged, but there's not this huge kind of push, and realize how you've kind of stepped off the gas about that and how it's changed the shape of the ball. I just want to bring awareness to, there's different degrees of it, but this is what we want here. The level of execution is a lot higher. Good. as, I guess, the marker, I'm trying to think of what's a good marker for you. Actually, that one, yeah. Good level of good. Good. It's like you got into a rhythm of releasing pull 2. Much better release, Sean. Yeah. It's like that one, I feel like you could have been in a little closer. Yeah.
That was good.
Much better rep. Okay, so this is the second one. You kind of, I looked at the first one already, kind of cheating, but not as much. And then you made the adjustment. The one thing I think you will see better in this overall rep, you found more balls. You found more balls in the right space and not reaching and not having to kind of adjust your feet at the different locations. So.
Are you saying that's because I made the adjustment myself, or Ian was putting them in a better spot?
You made the.
You made better.
You actually made the adjustment. I think what we talked about before, it looks like your focus was much better at
Getting it in that zone.
But the activity, the release is better.
The release got better as we went through.
Yeah. That's much better.
But yeah, I think the keys for you is as you're moving forward, you're being much more measured about your step. It's not so explosive, but also the measurement between you and the ball and staying down. And the trick is, which I think is so important for you now, is because you're being very cognizant about where he's serving the ball and adjusting your body. That's what the server is going to do. They're not going to give you the same rhythm. So that's the crux of it, that they're making you adjust, and how well you can learn to adjust your body and remain calm will determine or be how well you return, versus them taking you out wide and you freaking out and you hit a bullet to the fence. You know, it's just being calm and very deliberate.